Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to Cover Picks. It's the Ninth Wonder, and I'm joined by Big Remo. Probably gonna have a couple of other people shooting through today, but right now it's just me in the Bay Area brawler. Big Remo, what's good with you, man?
Ain't too much to it, man. Just trying to keep my daughter quiet while she upstairs gaming, man. I can't even record right now. They're yelling
let her do her thing, man. She up there enjoying life.
Saying they on break this week, so she's all out of school all week. So they're gonna be
spring break.
Nah, it's like I don't know if it's. I couldn't tell you, man. I don't know. They give these kids time off like crazy now.
Yeah, these kids just be off of school for no reason.
Yeah. They coming up with dates, and I'm like, dude, I never had this many days off of school, man. Never.
Yeah, like, oh, this is a faculty day, or something like that. I'll be like,
week faculty week. Like, we taking this time off. You guys gonna have to figure it out, man.
Yeah, but honestly, I was thinking, it's like, oh, with the time off from school, is probably a good thing for the teachers.
Oh yeah.
For some parents, it's a bad thing because some parents don't be wanting their kids at school.
Think if you
we in school, we ain't get that many days off, bro. Like,
and not only that, man, you got to figure out somebody to watch the kids nowadays, man. Like, there's never, like, when we were growing up, maybe you had a parent that stayed home and one worked, or you know what I'm saying. Yeah. However the situation was, there was always somebody available. It ain't like that no more, man. And these after school programs and daycare, man, that stuff costs money.
Yeah, man, it costs big money too. It ain't cheap at all because people know you need it. And any proven commodity, any valuable commodity, is always gonna come at a premium. But sorry for us, getting on the parent ramble here. We're here to talk about the hot comics this week, man. But first, let's go in the chat and see who we got up in there. Dang, I had a little tinge of heartburn. That's weird. I'll never get heartburn. We got Manny the Collector in the house. What's up, bro? We got your boy, the alien, in the house. How you doing, sir? The only alien, beer drinking alien I know. Got some guy named Ninth Wonder. My guy Eric has heard. What's good with you, man?
What's up, man?
Let's see. Omar V in the house. What's up with you, Omar? Thank you for coming through. Mojo Quid, what's good? Fresh Canada in the house. And Brett Hess, what's up, my guy? Man, so jumping right into it, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I got it on Key Collector, but we're gonna start with CBSI and kind of look over their list. Of course, you can see New Avengers number 7 was number 1 on the CBSI list this week. And man, I saw something funny today. It was funny to me, at least. I think you already know what I'm about to talk about.
I know where you go with this.
Two guys that I rock with, man. Gary, the comic perspective, and Drew from Wanted Comics. I like both of them guys, man. And they had a disagreement on Drew posting like a metric crap ton of the New Avengers number 7, and Gary had something to say about it. He said, "Oh, that don't do nothing but bring down the value of the book." Me personally, I kind of see where Gary is coming from, but at the same time, I kind of don't think that one person posting their pics of a book is going to bring it down, because if you think about it, when a book get hot, everybody and their mama start posting pics of that book. And if you see everybody and their mama with posting pictures of a book, the first thing that will come to your mind is that, oh, everybody got this book, so it must not be that rare, But if I see one person posting a lot of them, especially somebody like Drew, who got a bunch of everything, to me, it's not that big of a deal, because this man got everything, bro. Like, of course he gonna have, a whole short box of a hot book. That's nothing, that's nothing new. But how do you feel about that, Big Remo, when you see people, basically getting their flex on and posting, multiple pics of a hot book?
I tend to agree with you, but if I'm not mistaken, Drew is the owner of. He's a retailer, correct?
Yeah, he's a reseller, of course.
So
Yeah,
why
that's what
would
I'm saying.
he? I mean, and I love Gary. I'm not, knocking. I love both. Both. I've dealt with both of them in different ways, but if you're a retailer, are you not supposed to have multiple issues in order to service your customers?
Yeah, really, man, you better. If you smart, you better have a little bit of, everything.
Now,
You feel
granted,
me?
this is a back issue, but if I'm a retailer and I'm showing you all of that, I'm letting you know, hey, I got this amount of copies available. Get at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no
Yeah.
sense in going on eBay, contact me. I'm letting you know I have inventory. So, if this is what the book is going for, come to me and I have copies readily available.
Yeah.
That's what I take it.
As Mighty Mel V would say, the book gonna get what the book gonna get.
Yeah. And I guarantee you everybody that approaches them ain't going to get the same price.
Yeah, right. And then too, I think if he had that many copies of the book and he threw them all up on eBay at the same time, that might mess with the price of the book. But just in general, I don't think that him posting those pics is gonna move the book one way or another. But
The
at the
only
same
way,
time,
the only way I disagree in that statement is that if he puts it up on eBay and he doesn't put it at best offer, then he's just going to have unlimited and whoever wants to buy it. It's like going to Midtown. When you click on that book, it's going to tell you how many are in stock. If you want to buy one or all 50 of them, you have the opportunity to do that.
yeah. But Drew getting them, he probably gonna get the high grades graded, So
I mean, whatever he does with it, you know what I mean? Like whatever. But I just look at it. It's like when you see, it's like if a shoe retailer in your town says, "Hey, I got Jordans in stock," and he shows you the truckload of Jordans. Are you getting pissed off? Oh man, that's going to drive down the value. It's like, no, that means he's going to have my size.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get him.
I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%. All right, man. So we'll take a moment to welcome Furrbird to the building, brother. Thank you for being on, especially given everything that you're dealing with. Thank you for making time for us tonight. I'm pretty sure the people
course,
is gonna be excited to see you here.
I hope so.
Bird, I want to get your thoughts on this. Did you see the disagreement between Gary and Drew from Wanted Comics today?
Oh yeah, I saw it both on my Twitter feed and on Instagram.
Okay.
A lot of retailers have back office like stuff in their warehouse, and that's what they do. I mean, like I don't see anything bad about it. He's not selling them all like right away, not that I know of. It's just stuff to do what he wants to do with. The market's gonna pay what the market is at a specific time at a specific quantity. I mean, how many Ultimate Fallout 4s are out there? There's hundreds of thousands, but millions of people want that book. So it's all about supply and demand. Yeah, I didn't really think anything of it one way or the other. It's just you got a bunch of books of a key book. It is what it is.
And this book has been hot before, so
yeah,
it wasn't like this book has been like dried up like so long ago that you couldn't find any copies, and then he comes on and he shows you a ton of copies. Like this book has been anywhere you've gone. I've gone to many shops and it's been on the wall or in boxes. I don't particularly want the book, like, you know what I mean? So I don't care. But I mean, I guess if you weren't, I don't know. I don't see how you couldn't get this book if you really wanted it.
No, it's an easy book. I've had 4 or 5 copies of this book in my pastime. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I had a lot of copies of that book, and when I see how hot it is right now, it really don't bother me that the book is hot, even though I sold all my copies prematurely.
Yeah,
because I know what the book is, and I feel like it's the type of book that I'm gonna still find in back issue bins. Somewhere, as many shops as I hit, I'll find that book again.
Sure.
Like another one of the books that's on the list that's hot this week, the New Avengers Illuminati. I went out, a few days after the spec had already broke, a few days after the Super Bowl, and I was able to find 2 copies of the cover A and the cover B, all at cover price. So, with modern books, I'm not gonna trip too much. I still find shops that have copies of Ultimate Fallout 4, on the shelves. Obviously not at a cover price, but just to be able to find a book in general is, to my opinion, that's a good thing, especially if you negotiate and you say, hey, I got cash, I'll buy this, right here and now, can you take X amount versus X amount, and you'll run yourself into some good deals. But moving on, I I just had to touch on that situation, especially being that this was the #1 book on CBSI this week. I just had to touch on that because it was a funny situation to me. And like I said, I got love for both of those brothers, and I know they both just passionate and they just speaking they mind. So it's one of them situations where I don't think nobody is right and nobody is wrong, but you really can't tell other people how to rock when it comes to these books. You gotta let people do what they gonna do, man. As long as they not ripping nobody off. So another book I wanted to talk about, Something That's Killing the Children, #21, Ash Can variant. It's a 1 per store. Where either you guys lucky enough to pick up on this?
Nah. It was already spoken for in my LCS, so no, I didn't.
Yeah. Maybe it didn't even get put out that I know of it. I'm sure the store owner kept it for himself for sure.
Bro, I went to the shop and there was the same shop I got those New Avengers books from. So I'm checking out, and then I go to the checkout counter, and I see the Ash can just sitting there, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I say, that they even still have it, and then I looked at the price, and it said $60, but it said that the condition was an 8.0. So I'm like, oh wow, they must have got a damaged copy. So I said, hey, can I see that? Trying to see if it's pressable defects. Mm-hmm. I kid you not, that thing was flawless. And I'm like, yeah, give me that for 60 all nice. Day. And I was kind of afraid to flip through it, but I'm pretty sure there are first appearances in there. I know that rumor has been floating around, but I'm pretty sure there were first appearances floating around. But I know it's also kind of odd to have an Ash can for issue 20 for issue 21. So do you guys think this is more so Boom trying to get some more excitement, circulating back around Something That's Killing the Children? And do you think this book will hold value long term?
I look at I bought it, but not this, but the David Mack covers. So they've been doing this for the last month or two, kind of trying to build up some more steam for Something That's Killing the Children because of the new arc, but they have the House of Slaughter, you know what I mean? So it's kind of running concurrent. But is House of Slaughter ending soon? Is it like in the last issue or something? I know it wasn't supposed to be that long of a run, right? But anyway, like I think that that's exactly what it is. But I mean, I'd take that 189 and go buy some of the earlier issues.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, it depends on if it's new characters making a debut in this book. If they are characters who are going to stand the test of time, and if James Tynion is going to take this thing like into the 50, 60, 70 issues like Saga is probably going to go, then I would say this Ash can might be a better long-term investment, especially with it being a 1 per store, as versus going to spend, money on some of those early issues. Because even though some of those early Something That's Killing the Children issues go for a lot of money, they don't all necessarily have first appearances in them, and their prices are just set on rarity, So that's something that I would just watch out for. But I will say the price that we're seeing right now, the asking price is pretty amazing on this one. Damn, look at that. Rare error. So I guess they didn't put the dragon on the front of it. That is crazy.
And is that black?
That's hilarious.
Is that gray? Black.
It's black. I think
Is
it's
it
just the
black?
way that the light that they took the
Gotcha.
Okay.
camera. So that's interesting, man. Unless they found some way to gimmick this damn dragon off of here.
I
But if
mean,
that's the true error, man, that book could be a monster. I would get that graded. I wouldn't even put it
Yeah.
on.
but you just showed right there was a couple of 1 in 25s and stuff for the same issue.
hmm
Don't you think those would probably be just a smarter play to get if the ash can is worth so much? Wouldn't that
No,
their ratios be kind of decent to have?
no,
Like,
because this is a one per store, so the rarity is going to be because the
gotcha.
print run on this is going to be astronomical. Because I know it's at least 8 store variants.
Yeah.
So the regular issues, it's either going to be this ash can. This ash can, if this issue is a hot issue with some dope first appearances in it, this ash can is going to be the king. Now, if they have I think they have like a 1 in 100. That 1 in 100 will be like second, but if this issue really just takes off and it reignites this series and they come back with a trailer relatively soon on this book could be a monster, bro. This book could be a freaking monster, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But you see the people that got in on the early 8,
Oh
and
my god.
I'm guessing the store that I went to, they must have priced theirs based on early sales. And they didn't go back. They didn't hit that old ended recently, which makes a big difference when you're looking up current sales. I actually just bought a 9.8 CGC graded copy of this from Custom Slabs and Comics off of Whatnot. I thought I got it for a pretty good rate. I think like $40 or something like that for
nice.
a 9.8 graded book. It's gonna cost more than that, to get the book graded. So
you said it was CGC? It was CGC, you said?
Yeah, CGC.
Nice thing. Okay.
So I was pretty psyched about that. And then I had picked up a bunch of these, the foils for
That's a
like
nice book.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
like
nice
$60.
book. Yeah.
And it's it's the exact same thing as the cover A. The only difference is that it's foil. And the reason that the cover A goes so much is because it was under ordered because a lot of people ordered that Frizen cover and the Jay Lee cover instead.
Yeah.
And now that cover A is one of the most homage comic book covers in recent history. So
yeah,
it's crazy, man. And I'm just hoping for a trailer for something that's killing the children. And that, man, all of those books are going to shoot right back up in value. All right.
No one's talking about them now. If you're gonna go buy any of them, it'd be now.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time to buy right now.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of look and see what the comments are saying about some of the topics that we touched on already. Do you have artificial scarcity in the market because people spec and snag 100 copies? One person doing this isn't impactable with 20, 60, 100 people. Yeah, that's any market, bro. You always gonna have artificial pump. Pump. This is what it is. They're pumping it up. People pump a book up and they buying every copy that they see inside of it. And when even because you got to look at it this way, this Illuminati thing, we assuming this is gonna be the Illuminati. We could get into that Doctor Strange movie. They could say, "Oh, this is the Cabal." They could say anything. They could say something completely different than the Illuminati. Maybe Disney don't want to use that term. We just assuming that this is what it's gonna be. That could be the Council of Reeds. It could be anything, bro. We really don't know what it's gonna be, but we're assuming that this is gonna be the Illuminati. But here goes my thing. Name a book out there that goes for a lot of money that doesn't have any first appearances in it. That's mainly just propped up based off of group spec. Oh, this is the first time that we saw this group. It's not many out there.
But not only that, though. I mean, it's a it's a heavily printed book. Yeah, one person might have 100, but you're right. Yeah, 20, 60, 100 people could have 100 copies. And they're within their right to do so. If you can go to any distributor, if I can go to Costco and buy a box of Twix that has 20 in it, I can go and sell each one for $1.50 if I wanted to. There's no law that says I can't do that, and there's no place that says I can't go and buy that box of candy bars. So why could I not go and buy 100 copies of an issue that I want or like? It's up to you. You know what I mean? If you choose not to, and that book blows up later, you can't get mad at the person that bought the 100 books. You could have bought the 100 books too. Like
I was thinking about this kind of long term the other day. So supposedly that's Professor X's voice, in the background saying whatever. I guess you could kind of swing this as like this first Illuminati stuff as like the introduction of the X-Men into the MCU, and that could prop up the value like long term. I know it's a huge like kind of reach, quote unquote, but just kind of justifying the value it's gone up. I know it's really twisting it really big and all that stuff, but just to kind of justify the supply of this book, and it's a tough 9.8. I've sent 5 of these books to CGC, and I've got like a 9.4, 3 9.6s, and a 9.8 that I actually listed right now. It's currently listed. I'm actually waiting on another one to come back, but I know I just thought about it over the weekend as like kind of that justifying that long term spec, and because you're not going to get an Uncanny X-Men #1 for. I mean, you're still going to get one. You know what I mean? So this may be like kind of your. I don't know. That's kind of a reach, but anyway, so I put it out there.
I definitely agree with you 100% on that, man. Some books would just be tough in the 9.8. I was gonna ask you. The next question I wanted to ask was kind of just based off what Dub was saying. As a seller, is it really smart to flex and show off how many copies of one book you have? And Remo, you're gonna have to unmute yourself. I muted you since baby girl up there going ham.
Yeah, because if I hate to do it like this, but I always take it to the streets, man. Like you gonna let people,
brother.
You gotta let people know what you got so they know where to come shop at. You feel what I'm saying? And as a seller, I don't want to hold on to nothing. I want it gone. Once it comes in, I want it gone. You know what I mean? I don't want to touch it. I want it to go straight to whoever wants it. And then if I bought 100 of these books, right, as I'm sure Drew probably did 8 or 9 years ago when the book came out, they didn't all go through his hands. No one wanted it, or there was too many. You know what I'm saying? So he had to hold back. So as soon as this goes out, he's going to do the same thing he did before. Hey man, I got him. Come get him.
Yeah,
come get him. That's what he's doing. He's a reseller. It's not like a dude who's like, you know what I'm saying, an eBay seller, and he's like, and even if he was an eBay seller, I got a stack of them. Come get them. They're for sale. It's not like he's flexing them like they're not for sale. They're for sale. Go buy one,
Oh,
you're muted.
You're muted, dog. Hey, Ninth, you're muted, man. We can't hear you.
Damn, my bad. I always do that to myself. I don't think it's a right or wrong way to go about it, but that's why I always like having contrasting opinions on this type of matter. But I just wanted to swing back around to that because I like to get the chat involved in the show and see what the chat is feeling about different subjects. Going back to something that's killing the children, Johnny Galindo says, Boom, Boom knows what they're doing with this title. Yes, sir. This is Boom Saga. I agree on that, Mr. Galindo.
That's nice.
TJ Jones says that's printer paper. And he's saying it's an 11x8. I thought it felt like a regular size comic when it was in my hand. I already sent it off to be graded, so I don't have it. But yeah, nice. Print run on 21 is stupid high. He said he grabbed 4 of them at 70 each. Great play, sir.
Yeah.
New character and new monster in issue 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see that book is going to be a problem. Pre-orders over 100,000. So if you look at that, pre-orders already over 100,000 already, and you got a book that's a one per store, even if you push it to the max, it's probably about 4,000 of that book out here. Mm-hmm. Even though it's only like 2,500 comic shops in America, even if we count in all the online retailers and just individuals with diamond accounts, we say 4,000 compared to 100,000. That's a rare book.
The cover's cool too. Book. I dig the cover. I think
the cover is dope too. Yeah.
Yeah.
When when they supposed to be releasing a series for something that's killing the children. I know not too long ago they kind of talked about they had announced like I guess who was going to be the producer and the director and all of that, but not too much info since then. I don't think they clarified whether it was going to be if it was going to be live action or animated. So it'll be interesting to see what was once we get more information, what direction they go. We got Coco Gal in the house saying the Illuminati is running everything. Of course, she would say that. And then, oh, you talking comics, Illuminati? Come on, man. You play way too much. Play way too much. Astro Wizard jumped in. Who else we got, man? Tomb jumped in. What's up, fellas? What's up, Dwayne Scott? Mighty Mel V.
Mel in the house.
What's good, Mel? All right, man. Let's move on to the next book. So we had Extreme Justice on here. And I guess this is Wonder Twin spec. Man, DC spec. I mean, I think it causes a little bit of a bump in DC books short term, but long term, man, we know these DC books don't be holding, man. We know these DC books.
Bro, I remember the Wonder Twins as a kid. These new kids ain't tripping off the Wonder Twins, man. Come on now. New kids don't even know who they are, man.
Yeah, DC got a ways to go, man, before these books really just get hot and stay hot, and retain some value.
Mm-hmm.
They got to make the Wonder Twins part of the, you know what I mean? Like what is it, the Super Friends?
Super Friends.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, come on now.
So another hot book, War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, #2. Man, this book, actually, I just grabbed a copy of this yesterday. Yeah, I just grabbed a copy of this yesterday for a good price. Bert, I know you're a big fan of this book.
Oh man, I've been reading this. I've been reading War of the Realms, all the Agents of Atlas since they came out. Man, it's good stuff, man. The cover's cool on this one too. I like the first. I don't really like the 125 variants, but they go for a lot. Like I saw one sell for like 14 or like 1500, just because like it was. I guess it was super under ordered, and it's a tough 9.8 just with that old school paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Swordmaster's. He's everywhere, man. He's the hot, in my opinion, he's the hot character right now. Everyone's talking about Swordmaster, and
well, this is what they wanted, right? This is why they made
it.
You know what I mean? So I mean, if this is any, what he's supposed to be going forward, then this is cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
get
nice.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, it's gonna be kind of hard to deny that character now, man. Especially since they done made him Iron Fist, and he has a pathway to the MCU now. I guess. I mean, with multiverse in play, they can pretty much do anything at any time. So,
so I guess I'm. Would you want? Obviously, it's his first appearance. But is that smart spec if he's already Iron Fist, and that's probably the character he'll end up coming in as? I mean,
because the first appearance is always going to override the first Swordmaster as Iron Fist. It's always going to override that, especially since I'm pretty sure print run on that Iron Fist book is going to be a lot higher than this New Agents of Atlas #2, which was a War Realms tie-in. Even though that Iron Fist book, don't get it twisted, that book it's not going to have a crazy print run on it either, but just something to think about.
Every store I know went to, whether they ordered high or low, them books are sold out. You didn't get one of them things, it's gone. So, you have to wait for the second print, and that was one of those books I told myself I wasn't going to have FOMO on. And I haven't got FOMO, but I do wish I would have got one. At least one, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree.
Remo, you didn't get any of the Iron Fist book?
Nah, man, they were all sold out because I was just like, I was gonna go either all in or not. And then after it all went down, I was like, damn, I should have at least got one. And I called my shop and I was like, hey, grab me one. And he was like, oh, I'm sold out. And he's like, he didn't say he was gonna reorder. He was like, I'm gonna go buy some on the secondary market, but when I bring them in, they're gonna be more expensive. I was like, I'm cool.
I might have an extra copy. I'll send you one if I got it.
Oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So, Superior Iron Man #1. Man, that book went from a cover price book, borderline dollar book, to $40 overnight. I have a second print of this that I'm gonna get graded and put out there on the secondary market. I feel like if I'm gonna regret it if Tom Cruise comes in as Superior Iron Man, which will be amazing.
I don't know how I feel about that though, man. I mean, you think he would do that?
Yeah, I mean, because it's an easy story to tell. Hey, this is a corrupted version of Iron Man, or even you don't even necessarily have to make him a corrupted. Just like, hey, this is Iron Man from another Earth in the multiverse. So you don't have to say too much. You don't have to do too much. It's an easy story to explain. And then if they decide to do a movie based on it, in a standalone movie, it's an easy story to tell.
Well, if you were Robert Downey Jr., wouldn't you want to play that part though?
And not if he just worn out with the MCU stuff.
How could you be worn out from that when that's the only shit that you actually were successful by? Like in the grand scheme of things, like you did a lot of movies over you, but you're known as Iron Man, bro. Like, you were dope in Less Than Zero, and you were dope in, what I'm saying, all these movies, but man, nobody knows about those movies now. That's not what's going to
get tired of going to the same job every day, and you like, man, if I could do some.
It's the bread. It's
not for getting paid.
You feel me? When you start getting
same that thing, you pay me twice as much.
But think about how much he done got paid. Like the money is not an issue anymore. If you could sit at home all day and just work on your passion projects, already knowing that you paid, you wouldn't give a damn about being Iron Man. You done been Iron Man for 10 plus years. I wouldn't give a damn about being Iron no more. My next door neighbor could go be Iron Man. I wouldn't. My worst enemy could take over Iron Man. I wouldn't care. I done got my paper. I'm good. I'm about to sit at home with my family. I'm about to work on some other movies I want to work on. Whatever the case is, I'm good. I wouldn't give a damn about being Iron
Man. Gal, you gotta shh about that. But you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. I mean, I just think if Tom Cruise comes in and nails that shit, he's gonna be pissed. You know what I mean? Because he could do that. That's the role he should. Because I think that's the Iron Man that he should have played, was the whole demon in a bottle. Like that was the Iron Man I think they should have had him as. You know what I mean? Like, but Disney, I understand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another one I wanted to talk about was The Secret Avengers #19. Bro, I had like 3 or 4 copies of this book, and I can't find them to save my life right now. Can't believe this is a $40 to $50 book. First costume appearance of Mr. Knight. Moon Knight does that series don't even start until the end of March, and this is already a $40 to $50 book. That is wild.
I just think that the Moon Knight got so much going for it long term. If this show is a speck of the trailer and it goes wild, all those books are going to have value regardless, because you're not going to see, or I mean, you shouldn't see Mr. Knight for a good 2 or 3 seasons.
Probably.
No, they showed him in the trailer.
Oh, he's playing that role in the first season. He's going to be both. Because that's that's what I'm saying. Like, I would
supposedly. That's what I thought. That's why I thought
that in one season, then that's going to be wild.
Yeah, and so we can already see between cover price and CBSI, there's definitely some crossover. Between some of the top books on there. Of course, they got Superior Iron Man at 1. And weird enough, they got 3 DC books on the list, man. I hardly ever see these lists, and see 3 DC books on there. So that was a pleasant surprise. this
I will
week.
say this though, with regards to that Zero book, like if 50 Cent is behind anything, you know for damn sure it's coming out.
Yeah, that's true. And man, 50 got no duds in his resume. Like even the movie, he had one movie where he played a football player that had cancer, and even that movie wasn't bad. It just didn't get a lot. It just didn't get
But
a
I'm
lot of
saying
love.
as far as him just putting his production behind it, like if he can get a show greenlit. So if that's greenlit, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna actually come out. Like that's gonna come out. You know what I mean? And he don't even have to play in the show. He can, line it up and get the actors and all that, and it's gonna come out. So if you believe in that, you better go grab that book now because as soon as it comes out, it's gonna be decent. That's for sure.
True. So another book I wanted to talk about was the new Avengers Illuminati #1. And 40 to I'm pretty sure this is like a $40 to $50 book now. We'll check eBay and see. But I don't know, bro. And like I said, I picked 2 copies of this one up, the cover A, and 2 copies and a copy of the second print. And I don't know if it's necessarily. I don't know what people see in the book. That's not going to stop me from buying the book and flipping it, but I don't know what people see in the book.
I think that's all the people that don't have #7.
But it's selling
for the same amount as 7, right?
That book
it's a little bit less than. Well, I don't know.
It's pretty close though, right? Because I saw one go for like 25, 30. I mean, that's pretty close. Well, I guess not so much.
Because I was selling for like 50 to 75.
Yeah, never mind.
So you're looking at,
but still 35 for a book that was.
That's not bad. But I mean, I'm sure that's all the people that didn't get 7, and then this one they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe this is closer to being the team that's going to be on there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, second print selling for 40. Man, that's crazy, bro.
You got Professor X like on the cover, right? So that probably helps out a little bit. I mean, it makes more sense like cover.
This might be first cover appearance of the Illuminati, but this was always the cover that I thought on this book that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I always thought this was the more iconic cover, and I want to say this was featured on some artwork for Marvel Legends. I can't remember, but when I know the trade paperback had this cover on there for the Illuminati. So you know what? Actually, let's hit my comic shop and see what was the cover A for this one because I can't remember which one was which. No, that's the recent Illuminati. 6. Oh yeah, so that is the cover A.
Well, would they all be in play?
Oh no, hold on. What is this? This is 2006, and this is a Secret Invasion tie-in. Let's look at the other one. Where is the other one at? What is that? Oh, that's a mini comic. And somebody would love to get their hands on that right now.
No.
Secret History.
It's still the same team, though.
Yeah, that's a dope cover.
Yeah.
Right there.
Was that a 1 in 25? Or no, was it one
okay,
shot?
So this is the new. This was the special. So
that's the second print or a B cover.
Yeah, that's the cover A and that's the B. I always thought these books were from the same run, but actually they're 2 different runs.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm guessing.
See, that book is confusing.
February 07, and this was May 2006. So this one came out before the other one. So yeah, this will be first cover appearance of the Illuminati. I'm assuming. Let me go back to that new Avengers run and just double check and make sure they didn't do a cover appearance on there. Because you really can't say if it's just a one shot. Can you really say that that's a solo series? Like that wouldn't make any sense if it's just a one shot. Let's see here.
Because that's pretty much the collected run that everybody goes after.
So let's look through here. I'm pretty sure I know most of the covers from this run. I don't think the Illuminati were.
But I mean, that's the one everybody's got the Echo. It's got the what do you call it? The new Ronin. You know what I mean? It's got some covers that everybody goes after. So none of these books should sneak up on you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
As far as this run goes, now the other ones like you're showing, there's a bunch of different covers and different runs that aren't the same that kind of gets confusing to you. So if you're out, when you're looking for it, you might not know what you're looking at.
Yeah. So this is definitely the first cover, but not that one. The special is the first cover appearance of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
It does help that it's a Delato cover as well. So yeah, I mean, I guess for $40, I would probably rather buy this for 40 and spec on this being the first cover appearance of the Illuminati. And
because if you think about it,
Delato art,
the 7, that team ain't, they haven't even introduced 3 out of the 5 characters.
Yeah, but that 7 is just Yeah. But here's the thing about it. Now, if we get this exact team, in Multiverse of Madness, this book is going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
It's going to go through. But because Multiverse, we have a Professor X, obviously Doctor Strange, Iron Man. We have a Mr. Fantastic. We have a Black Bolt from the Inhumans
show.
The TV
ABC show. Only person that they will have to bring in as a new character will be Namor.
Yeah.
And that's not hard to do. This is Namor, King of Atlantis.
Yeah.
616.
Yeah. I mean,
he's gonna be in Black Panther anyway, so that'll be a good segue to kind of, prep people for what's to come with him. Because one thing that I was saying was that I don't think that the Illuminati is going to be in the movie for long. If they are in there, it's going to be a very short part of the movie, and I actually think it's going to be towards the end of the movie, because I was watching the trailer, the first Doctor Strange trailer and the second one, and they totally reused audio and put it in different places, because it's Baron Mordo talking to Doctor Strange, and he's basically in the first trailer. He basically tells him that he is going that he is the reason that all of this stuff is going on for the multiverse, and then it cuts to a picture to a scene of the evil Doctor Strange. In the second video, when he says you are the reason that all of this is happening to the multiverse, and you are going to stand trial for your actions. And then that's when they take them into there with the Illuminati. So my guess is that they end up, and the way he says it is, he's Baron Mordo was like, I'm sorry. So it sounds like, hey, I understand that you kind of locked down some of this multiversal stuff and you got rid of the evil Doctor Strange, but bro, you still got to answer for this. And he takes him to the Illuminati is what it looks like to me, just looking at those two trailers. Because saying that the Illuminati is in a movie is one thing, but them being there in the first 30 seconds or the first few minutes of the movie versus them being there in the last few minutes of the movie is a huge difference. Even versus putting them in the middle of the movie.
But what if they stay on point with what they've been showing us up to this point? Wouldn't it be more logical that he goes into the room and that's the Council of Kangs? Like, you know what I mean? Like, know what I mean?
Honestly, that would be, if you want to keep it on brand and you want to keep it like with what would make the most sense and where you won't have to re-educate your audience.
Yeah,
that would make the most sense to have that be the Council of Kangs, because we already know who Kang is. We already seen Kang in the Loki show. So it's like boom. He already messing with the timeline and all of that. So that will make a lot of sense.
So that's why that's why I'm staying away from these books. just because I know the zingers and the curves they could throw. And like, yeah, of course, if I could find this book for a good price, I don't own a copy. So yeah, I would, just to have one, I'd probably grab it. But I don't think I would invest a lot of money in it if I was flipping it. Just because it's a total gamble. If that's what you do, hey, I'm not talking you out. I'm just saying for me, I will stay away from it. Like you said, there's too many covers to try and figure out which one is the one, and the market has to decide. Ultimately.
And then just some of the highest selling covers this week. Hulk 3. Spider-Man, I got a copy of this I need to get graded, and it's a gem too, boy. It's a gem. Spider-Man 2099 is picking up. So, just a lot of this stuff is, self-explanatory. Moon Knight is high in sales because, the Moon Knight show coming. 88, even though I don't think the spec on this is worth much, it was a lot of copies of this printed. A lot of people want this book, so it's going to move a lot of units. But, these books right here, man, still selling a lot of copies on eBay. Let's see. Let's jump over to Key Collector, trending 20. And you got a little bit of everything on here, man. A little bit of everything.
Strange, man. A lot of Doctor Strange.
I'm surprised that Fantastic Four hasn't really popped, because of the zombie-esque.
True.
Stuff going
it's coming back though. It's coming back. It's coming back. So yeah. And I got some of these in one of the short boxes back there. So then this one, I think if they're gonna put a female on the Illuminati, it's gonna be this young lady right here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it
will make a lot of sense.
Captain Carter, man.
Wonder Twins going crazy. I don't know. Maybe people starting to accept DC now, bro.
Well,
Peacemaker
was good, man. I just finished up today. That I was dying in that show, man. It was good, and it was cool
to watch that.
It's just the concept of the Wonder Twins. It was always one was water, something of water, and one was like something to hold it in. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a concept that we believed in as kids. Like kids nowadays are gonna see right through that shit. Like they're not gonna, you know what I mean? The kids are way smarter than us.
But they can switch. They can switch it up a little bit.
I mean, I would hope so, but even then, it's like they have no introduction. Like they're not even on any cartoons that I know of right now, right?
No, I don't know.
I mean, these kids are really into like the cartoons and the books, and if they don't really pump these characters, then these kids don't care, man. Like they don't care. You can't just throw it out there. Kids gonna love it. No, they're not. That's not what my daughter's having me bust out the money to spend on her every weekend.
Bro, Mel saying Water undefeated. Man, I don't know if it was on Drunken Chat or in our Instagram chat, but we had an argument last year about, I forgot who we were arguing with about how water is the most destructible force. Bro, that conversation was funny as hell. And when you think about it, some people say, "Oh no, it's fire, it's fire, it's fire." You can put a fire out.
Yeah,
but
water keeps
water gonna do is look, Mel be saying the book gonna get what the book gonna get. Water gonna do what water gonna do, man. Yeah. There ain't no stopping it, bro. There ain't no stopping it.
Bruce Lee, man, he said it the best.
Yeah, be like water,
man. Flow like water, man.
We got Ultra Maximus in the house. Ultra, what's up, baby?
What's up, Ultra?
No, I mean, like I said, I mean, I loved the Wonder Twins as a kid. I just know that it might be a tough sell nowadays. But I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna buy the books, but I want to see the show. Yeah. That's for sure.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you on this book, on this Iron Fist 1, this should have been the cover A, and the cover A should have been the 1 in 50. Yeah, but I understand why Marvel didn't do that, because in terms of the story, this makes more sense to be the cover A. Yeah. Now you put Iron Fist on the 1 in 25 and the 1 in 50 as his first cover appearance as Iron Fist. I guarantee you they would have sold a lot more copies. You put it on the cover A, I can just buy the cover A and order a bunch of I can order 15, 20 of the cover A's, and I still, and I know these should sell for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think is there a 1 in 100 for this, or is it just the 25 and 50?
Just the 1 in 50 and the 125. I FOMO'd that 1 in 50. I bought 3 copies, man. I loved it so much, man. I totally FOMO'd on that book, man.
That's who we was arguing with, Comics Main. We was arguing with Comics Main. It was me and Mel versus Comics Main about water versus fire, man. that conversation was funny, boy. Man, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. I think Comics Main said, "Oh well, fire. If something catches on fire, then it's permanently destroyed. You can repair after water."
What?
Okay, if a house burned down from fire, you can build another house, bro. Mm-hmm. But water, 9 times out of 10, when water comes through, you can control a fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can control a fire. You can. It's different tactics that you can use to destroy that fire. If it's a hurricane coming and it's gonna drop 1 million gallons of water on the city, ain't nothing you can do about it. You either get out the city or you're gonna drown. That's it. And when you come back, everything gonna be jacked up.
Yeah, it can move the mountain. It can move the land you live on. It
can move the land. It cause sinkholes. On top of that, with water, it brings out all types of wildlife, bugs, snakes, frogs, just the nastiest, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Mosquitoes.
The plague.
Mosquitoes, man.
I love my brother Maine, but he was on one that night, man. But did you fellas have any books that you wanted to touch on or anything of that nature?
I mean, I just think that a lot of these books, like, I know it's easy to say, but you kind of gotta. If you want the books, go get them. Don't complain about how much they cost. If that's a book you want, you gotta go get it, man. You gotta spend the money, whatever it costs, whether it's $1 or $50 or $150. If you want that book, don't let nobody talk you into it, and don't let nobody talk you out of it.
I look at it. Oh, go ahead. You got it first. My bad, bro.
You're good. Yeah, I like the Star Wars High Republic #7 because you can get in low. Like, I found a couple copies of that print and the second print, like, behind some issues at my local LCS, and for long-term spec and not, like a low buy-in and like low risk, high reward kind of thing. It's a Star Wars book. It's first appearance of a major character. I mean, they just, everyone's kind of going a little crazy because they announced the High Republic casting, was it, or like they're some type of project. And you can still find this book in the wild and a lot of books in that series too. So I like that book for long term.
Yeah. What else is on that list? What's after that? That was just the.
That was something Killing the Children and Venom 5.
There's a book that I was thinking about. He just started talking about it in the last. Well, I think it popped on there today. What book was that? Damn, let me see which one it was. But while I'm thinking about the book, that Iron Man 17, man, I didn't get none of them. They got all allocated. My shop didn't order one, and all the ones I pre-ordered, if I pre-ordered them a day after they got the artwork, I didn't get any of those books. Like, nothing showed up. They were all like, "Oh, we had to, return your money," and I'm like, "Oh, you motherfuckers!"
I pre-ordered like 20 of them, bro. Allocation my ass. I ordered them pre-FOC.
And that's the thing. I think I ordered them because I didn't know the artwork until later. And I think we had a discussion on. Oh, okay. The one I wanted to bring up was the Teen Titans. They're supposed to be revealing Red X's identity. Bro.
So I've been waiting on that.
So that's the thing. I stopped reading the book. You know what I mean?
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
But that's the Iron Man 17. I'm pissed now because I didn't get any of them.
See, I think we added you to the chat afterwards, after this book was on FOC, but I had hit up.
No, I was on there before, but remember there was the artwork wasn't revealed yet. Yeah, they only revealed the Fantastic Four, remember?
No, see, I had hit up Sway and he
Yeah,
showed
that's what I
me
mean. You
the artwork. Yeah, and I told everybody, man, order that damn book. Order the book.
but
But
it
me
was like
personally,
the last day or something.
what he told me it was Riri. He didn't show me the artwork. He told me
Right,
it was Riri. And I
right.
was like, Sway, Riri. I had already seen the Miles book. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'm gonna order, 20 of the book, man. It ain't too much to think about. I think I did 15 of that Moon Girl book. I think I did 15 of that Moon Girl book. So hopefully we're gonna see what happened with that, man.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't get that. But yeah, so the Red X, I'm thinking if 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 it is who we thought it was in the beginning, the whole clown hunter or whatever, that book's going through the roof. Because that book is
Yeah.
low as hell right now. Even the future state Teen Titans, the B cover with the variant with just Red X on the cover. You think those are smart plays, or you think it's gonna be some more crap? You know what I
Man,
mean?
Red X has a few man, he has a few covers that are great plays, man. Just as if you're just looking on the art side of it, they're not necessarily keys or nothing like that, but he has a few covers that are great plays. Let me see. I'm gonna try to grab some of them right quick. Let's see. But pretty much anything, man, with Red X on it is gonna be worth buying because I think he's gonna be a popular character. I mean, I always felt like DC had better characters than Marvel, but I just feel like they're not using them right on the right way on the multimedia side. You know what I'm saying? Like if they was using them the right way on the multimedia side, like some of these characters would be, man, DC could be so far ahead. I'm not saying that they would ever surpass Marvel, but they would be so far ahead of where they're personally at right now. Not saying that they would get ahead of Marvel. Hold on, I got one more cover, and I'm gonna show, and then I'll upload these and let y'all see all the red X's that I believe in, that I think would do well, or that will possibly see a bump in.
Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Man, I hate when my screen does this. Is it showing like red for y'all?
No, it's showing all three of us now. Just all three of us.
Oh, because yeah, I turned it off.
Make sure. Okay.
Why does it do this? I'm gonna have to email. Like, is it like red, like a bunch of different colors for you? The screen?
No, just shows
Okay.
Venom number 5. That's it. On King
Okay.
Collector.
Is it all right? It's just that way on my side. Then I can live with that. All right. Let me upload these pictures right quick and show y'all these covers. Impromptu thing, really. All right, I'm almost done here, guys. Remo need to get his tail back on here, man. So this one is a Todd Knock variant card stock from issue 12.
Okay.
I like that a lot. Not a key or anything. Well, hold on. Is this coming out this week? Is this the issue coming out this week?
I honestly don't know. I was reading about it this morning, but
I think this is from the issue that comes out this week. Hold on, let me see right quick.
What I miss?
Nothing yet.
One you just showed though, that's the new one coming out, right?
Yeah, I believe it's from the new series coming out.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go back up here. February 23rd.
Because if they make them like if they make the character not somebody that we already know or whatever.
Yeah, so that's from the genre coming out this week.
Yeah.
So that's a dope. That's definitely worth. That book is gonna be a monster. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a monster, but it'll be definitely worth picking up if the reveal is something that a lot of people are happy with. And this is Titans Academy #1. Jamal Campbell. I love this cover.
I like that one. Jamal's cool. I like it. I like his art.
Yeah. This is Future State Teen Titans 2.
That one. At my shop, they got one.
Vintage Toys and Comics, aka Phil, was on this book a while back.
Mm-hmm.
I already pick up a lot of DC stuff anyway, especially cardstock covers. So I got a few of these, but
I got a few, but I've seen a 9.8 though for like less than $100.
And then this is Future State Teen Titans 1, the second print. So I like this a lot. You know, you got Red X back there.
Yeah.
So this is dope. You know.
And that was the only reason why I started reading the Academy is because he was in it, and I'm like, all right, well they gotta say who he is, you know what I mean? Like this shit just kept going on and on and on. I was just like,
if Ultra saying this is about to blow, man, you know it's about to blow because Ultra, man, he don't be giving DC no credit at all, man, no credit at all. Says he was heavy on the B, the second print, and the 1-10 of the FS Future State Teen Titans. Okay. Let's see. Says Brick Pertosio, first appearance, Future State Teen Titans 1. Nah, that ain't first appearance of Red X. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, it is. Future State Teen Titans, yeah. That one which you showed the second print, the purple cover, yeah, that's his first appearance.
You sure?
I believe so, man. Yeah.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Before we get off here, we better figure this out. I don't remember that being his first appearance.
That's why they did the second print purple cover. Well, I mean, that's
the Teen Titans joint.
But I mean, as far as the one that everybody goes after is the other one.
You saying as far as what they specking on now, you saying that this is a different Red X.
If you can get that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the one that's out of hand though, you know what I'm saying? Like
I've never seen this book before. Yeah. But all right, man. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to touch on before we wrap this thing up?
No, man, just it's been a crazy few weeks with everything going off since the Super Bowl. I feel like it has been nonstop as far as spec goes, but
right.
Yeah. But no, it's good times. The market's strong. I think that's the biggest thing. I thought we'd see a little bit of a dip come 2022. The market's still strong, man. People are buying books and they're speculating, so it's good.
Just think of how crazy it's going to be when Ant-Man's about to come out. That's what
I forgot about that movie.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's forgetting about Ant-Man. That's the one that's going to tie it all together. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't think this is nothing.
Well, cool. That's cool.
This is nothing. You know what I mean? This is a small pennies compared to what's coming.
All right, man. I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I gotta go eat dinner. I gotta go use the restroom. So we're about to slide on up out of here, man. We'll see y'all on Wednesday for Cover Picks FOC. Tell y'all the hottest books that we got coming this week. As far as what's on final order cutoff. I suck at doing this, but let me go through the procedures. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. I greatly appreciate it. I ain't begging nobody to like, comment, or subscribe to my stuff. If you gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you come in here watching the videos every week and you ain't doing that, man, I guess it just ain't meant to be. Don't forget, you can find me on Whatnot, dropping some of the hottest books weekly. I'm trying to get that move more so daily or at least every other day. Because Whatnot been good to me, so I definitely want to make sure that I keep supporting that platform. Other than that, we are out of here, y'all. Let me click this video, and we are Ghost. See y'all next time.